Anonymous, your guy L Selector back at it again. Today we're going to talk about the fight that actually just happened between Mr. the one, the only, the Tijuana Warrior in Jaime Munguia versus Jim Kelley. First and foremost, congratulations to Jaime Munguia for getting the fifth round knockout. He ended up putting Jim Kelley to sleep. Well, he didn't put him to sleep, but he dropped him 3 times in that one round. You see what I'm saying? So salute to him for that. Let's talk about the tail of the tape. Honestly, my take on that fight. I think Jaime Munguia basically came out pretty slow today. He was very slow, honestly, like extremely slow. Like I didn't score that first round. It was like literally second round. Jaime Munguia just was like there was I don't know. That's kind of when I started to really pay attention. Jaime Munguia basically was not really much there with him. Like he was getting outclassed. He was getting outscored with Jim Kelley. Third round came, it was just the same thing. Jaime Munguia was just slow starter, but basically, you know what I mean? He was getting outclassed, you know what I mean? Fourth round came, the same exact thing. I think going into that fifth round, his trainer basically told him, like, hey, yo, listen, bro, you're letting them rounds slip away from you. Let's get this thing started, man. Like, come on, you're better than this. Like, we got to get this victory, right? So we can move on. Like, we don't have all day, you know? Hurry up and get this guy out of here. And Jaime Munguia, he the switch turned on, and basically Munguia came in there and he basically just started to obliterate him. He just started to beat him down, Jaime Munguia is like the toughest guy coming out of Tijuana, so when you're the toughest guy coming out, he's literally probably the toughest guy coming out of that place. If you ask who's the best fighter, who kick anyone's ass, that's Jaime Munguia. So Jaime Munguia basically came in there and he did what he was supposed to do. He went out there, kicked Jim Kelly's ass. Jim Kelley did a great fight, overall, like I think he was pretty good. He was coming off some big wins, so he just didn't know how to clinch at the end. When you get dropped first time, you go and clinch him. You weren't really woozy or anything. You get dropped twice, you better start clinching from there, because the referee after the third night, the referee don't want to see you get dropped again. Third one comes. Jaime Munguia is just swinging at him. I think he just put down the knee because he didn't have nothing. He didn't have nothing for Munguia, and that's all she wrote. You see what I'm saying? So salute to Jaime Munguia. He called out Jamal Charlo. He said, bro, because at the end of the day, at this point, it's like, Jaime, like that's exactly what we want to see. We want to see you fight the best of the best at that division. Maybe Andrade. I think you should fight Andrade. Honestly, you guys are both in the same weight class. 160. I think Andrade might be going to 168. Fight Andrade. Charlo, yeah, you could fight him, but it's going to take a lot. There's a lot of politics with that. You see some situation right there. I don't know how likely that fight can happen because Charlo, there's a lot of guys at the PBC over there. So, and Jaime Munguia is at the zone. So it's going to take a while, I think, potentially before that fight happens. Maybe sometime next year. He said he wants to do it next, but I doubt it's going to happen. Maybe next year, maybe not. We'll see, But at the same time, it was a good win for Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia, I think also he needs to pick up the fight because as you move up, you're going to start to see different styles, different kind of fighters from around the world and stuff. And, you got to pick these rounds up. You got to start getting these rounds early because, this guy was really winning a lot of rounds, and it was a little bit alarming and not really a good indication of what could potentially happen in the future. Styles do make fights, so I will give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he was just trying to figure him out. But I like to see Jaime Munguia pick it up in the next fights coming up and see what he could do and how he could adjust and change up things and pick up early rounds and stuff like that. But kudos for him. He put him down 3 times, did what he had to do. He handled his business, the end, he had his packed house over there. So salute to Jaime Munguia, man. Anyways, it's your guy Selector. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and I'm signing out. Peace.